Hey everyone, I'm King Power 44 and today I will teach you how to play Roadhog. Now, Roadhog is a tank that does a lot more than just take hits for the team, as you'll see with his abilities. His attitudes towards tanking is the enemy team can't hurt you if they're dead, and you'll see what I mean once we start talking about his abilities, so let's jump right in. To start off, Roadhog's weapon, his scrap gun, has two modes of fire. His left click is a short range spread of shrapnel, while his right click is more of a cluster of scrap that will detonate at around 20 feet from him. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so this is his left click right here. You can see it's sort of like a shotgun. Does a pretty good amount of damage at close range, but at far range, as you'll see right here, it does almost no damage. But his secondary mode of fire, which is his right click, does a pretty good amount of damage at medium range. So you'll see it here again. That's his right click. His left click looks like this. Just to reiterate. See, we get close right here. Sort of like a shotgun. Beautiful. Alright, so let's take a look at his next ability. We'll talk more on these in the tips sections. Here we go. Alright, so his next ability is his unique skill, and it's his chain hook right here, his shift. So Roadhog basically throws out his hook, and if he grabs onto an enemy hero, he will pull them towards him, stunning them, as well as interrupting heroes, channeling an ability while he's pulling them. Shooting them with your left click when you pull them is almost a certain kill on supports and squishy heroes, but as a reminder, it cannot go through shields or barriers. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so this is Roadhog's hook. You see, pulls them towards me and then I can shoot them. It's really, really good. It's on a short 5-second cooldown, I believe. Let's see it again. It's a 6-second cooldown. But you can see it just brings them really close, and your shotgun will do most of the damage. You can actually hook pretty far away, I think. Alright, so that's kind of too far. It's good that we tested that out here before you guys go trying to hook from across the map. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much the range on it. So that's about 30 meters? A little bit less? Yeah, around 30 meters. A little bit more. So around, 25 meters, you can throw your hook, grab someone, and pull them. Again, if they're behind Reinhardt's shield or Winston's barrier or Zarya's barrier, your hook will not work. And this is a very important skill since it's what makes Roadhog Roadhog. It's really, really good at CCing opponents and picking off enemy healers and squishies. So you want to make sure you get good with landing his hook. It does have a pretty big hitbox, so it's not going to be too hard to land it. But practice makes perfect, guys. So let's look at his next abilities. We'll come back to this in the tips section. Okay, Roadhog's next ability, his E, is take a breather. Basically, you sit down. Well, you don't sit down. He just stands there and heals himself over a short period of time. Now, while this is happening, you cannot use any of your other abilities, and it can't really be interrupted unless it's by an ultimate like Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, or even McCree's Flashbang, I think, will interrupt it. So, be careful with that. As well, Anna can definitely stop you from healing with her E ability, her biotic grenade. So you want to watch out for that. And let's take a look at it right here. Okay, so you can see we're a little bit below half health. We press E. It sends us almost all the way back to full health. So I believe if you are exactly at half health, it will fill up half of your health bar or wherever you are. So it's very, very strong. It has an extremely short cooldown as well of 8 seconds. So you can go ahead, use that, get in the fight. When you're low, jump out, use it again. And it keeps Roadhog alive and ready to get back in the battle, helping his team take out enemies. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at Roadhog's final ability. Roadhog's final ability, his ultimate, is Whole Hog, and it just damages enemies and knocks them back. Now, you want to be careful when using this ability because it does have some kickback to it, so you're going to want to compensate by aiming your mouse down to keep it in line. It also is very useful for getting enemy heroes off of the point, so we'll take a look at that right now. Okay, so this is Whole Hog. You can see it pushes everyone back. It does do a good amount of damage. You can even push people off of the map, and that's what it's really that's what makes it really useful. That's what I wanted to say. And it is strong. It does do a good amount of damage. As you can see, if you use the ability, as we'll see later when we talk about it in the tip section, you do have to compensate quite a bit. And while it is very strong against a group of heroes that are together, if they're not, it can be used as a combo ultimate with maybe Zarya or Reinhardt or Mei to do a ton of damage. I'm just charging up my ultimate right now so I can show you guys what happens if I don't compensate. Here we go. So if I don't compensate for the kickback, you'll see it'll slowly rise, but you can just bring it down and make sure, you know, you kind of hold your aim right there and it'll hit where you want it to hit. Alright guys, well that's gonna do it for his abilities. Roadhog is pretty simple to use. If you can land his hook, he's great. If you can't, I wouldn't recommend using him until you can, because it is a big part of his kit and needs to be utilized a lot. I can't stress this enough. A Roadhog that can't hook you should not play Roadhog, because it's just a simple way of taking out the enemy supports or squishies that are bothering the team. Otherwise, he's just, you know, he's gonna do damage, but he's not gonna be used to his full potential. So again, practice with your hook. Make sure you're trying to hook people around corners. Try to like see what you can get away with, so you can be a little bit sneaky with it as well. Okay, so let's talk about some tips. For the first tip, we're going to talk about your right click, which is his explosion. We're going to see right here something that a lot of people don't know, but you can see if it doesn't explode, it doesn't do too much damage. So you're going to want to get used to using it right at the distance where it'll explode into the enemy's face. Now this ability is really strong against Reinhardt's shield. It'll burst it down really quickly. So if you are facing an enemy Reinhardt, you're going to want to use that ability a lot more than normal. Again, you don't want to shoot it directly into his shield. You want it to explode right before it gets to his shield. Next, we're going to talk about his hook and why it's so useful. Now, this hook can interrupt enemies' abilities. So if someone like McCree or Pharah or Soldier is ulting, actually I don't think it'll interrupt Soldier's ultimate, but if you hook McCree or Pharah while they're ulting, it will definitely stop their ultimate from going off, and you pretty much get a free kill. Another thing that a lot of people don't use his hook for, but I found in my matches with him and with people that I play with, is if you are going up against an enemy Pharah and he can hook her out of the sky, it's almost an insta-kill every single time, and it's a real big counter in my eyes to Pharah. Next thing I want to talk about with his hook is prioritizing targets. Now, you want to focus your hooks on their supports, because if you can grab their Mercy or their Lucio or their Zenyatta or any of their supports, you're pretty much going to kill them when you fire at them at point blank range. Then from there you can move on up and maybe kill the attackers, some of the squishier ones like Genji or Tracer. Again, Genji can reflect your hook, but it won't reflect back at you and he'll hook you, but it just will sort of act like a barrier where your hook won't be able to go through and pull him. But Genji and Tracer can be hit with the hook, and if you do catch one of them, a shot from this distance should one-shot them, so that's good. And then from there you can move on to some of the stronger health heroes, like the defense heroes, some of the attackers like Reaper and Soldier, and then, you know, you can always pull tanks. And another thing that I wanted to mention is if you are at an edge, I don't know if we can do it here. We're going to have to see if we can find a way to do it. Let me see. if I can do this. I'm going to stand here and see if I can hook this guy. I can't. That's too far away. If you are at an edge, let's say like right here, or or right here, and you hook someone, you see they'll just drop off the edge. You can get really, really good kills like that on maps like Iluis or the temple with that Zenyatta's from. Forget what that place is called. But it's very, very useful there. You can just pull people right off the edge and stop them from attacking. I think even on Lijiang Tower, there's a couple of spots that you can do that with too. And a lot of people don't really use his hook like that, but it's free kills. So I definitely recommend you practice. Whole Hog is a great ability, like I said, and you'll see in a group of opponents. It does a ton of damage, but it's very rare to get a whole group together like that. So comboing it with heroes ultimates, once again, like we said before, Zarya, Mei, Reinhardt, is a really, really nice way to use it. Also, it does a ton of damage, as you can see. So if the enemy Reinhardt has his shield up and your Zarya ults and he's blocking your ultimate, it will burn down really, really quickly, and he's not going to be able to keep that shield up for long. You'll definitely get some kills out of that. Well, that's it for Roadhog, guys. Practice makes perfect, and that goes with every hero that we show you how to play. I'm still practicing them, and it's very important to practice because some of these heroes may seem really, really good, but they can go beyond your imagination of what a good hero can be once you really learn how to use their skill sets like the pros or very high skilled players. Now, I'm going to say that Roadhog to me is not a tank. Even though he's listed in the tank category, he has a ton of health, but he has no way of mitigating the damage. So all of that is going right to his health pool. He doesn't have any shields like Zarya, Winston, or Reinhardt. So you're definitely, I definitely think of him more as a bruiser with a health ocean rather than a health pool, because 600 health is a lot. I think it might be the most health in the game. But guys, I think you should take that into consideration when playing him and make sure that you do have another tank on your team, whether that be Zarya, Reinhardt, or Winston, to help take the load off of absorbing all the damage that the enemy team is going to do. Guys, in the comments down below, let me know your Roadhog tips and whether or not this video helped you out. Remember to like and subscribe if you guys haven't yet. I'm KingPower44, and I'm out of here. Peace. Have a great day.